Good afternoon, everybody. First off, before I get on to our topic du jour, I've just got to say, holy crap, I have over 180 subscribers now. Thanks to the always awesome Kalani. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, I sent him out a little care package because of the loss that he just suffered, and his bike's not working, so he's understandably down, or a little down, or seemingly down. But he was awesome enough to do a wonderful unboxing video when he opened my package of stuff, and also throw a link in over to my vlog. So I woke up this morning and I went from 26 subscribers to, at last count, I think I'm at like 186 or so, which is just, I don't even know. It's unreal, amazing. So it's very, very, very cool, and it's very appreciated. And I hope he gets Athena fixed soon, because I know how much it sucks to not be riding. So the topic today is traveling. What are the best parts of traveling? I mean, there's a lot of good things. And it's not even just traveling outside of the country, which is, something sadly I've only done to Canada. I mean, that's really not, that doesn't even really count. They're just America's hat. Real traveling outside of the country, I think, is where the best experiences likely come from. Hopefully something I'll be doing a lot of once I am done with school, since that eats up a lot of my time and money. But there's lots of things that make traveling great, make traveling worthwhile and a lot of fun. And besides just getting out there and doing something different and seeing something you haven't seen before, it's also great to meet new people. And if you're traveling, even if you are traveling inside of your own country, I mean, there's different cuisines and different customs. Even inside the United States, just state to state, there's a lot of variation, a ton of variation. Even inside just Arizona, I mean, if you go from here, if you go up north to Flagstaff or Sedona, I mean, it's completely different scenery. It just changes as you roll the miles on. And the people are different too, I mean, the people are different in different parts of the country. So it's a lot of fun to see what makes people in this state different than the people in this state. So there's that aspect of traveling. And it's even better if you're traveling country to country, because then, completely different religions, different customs, completely different culture, different traditions, awesome different food, which is always a lot of fun. There's nothing better than trying out different cuisine, getting out of your comfort zone, eating something new and squidgy and odd. But I think the other thing that I love about traveling are those holy crap moments. When you see something that you've really never seen before that literally makes you pause, literally takes your breath away, and makes you just say, holy crap, like that's amazing, and you just have to sit there and take it in. And I love those moments. I mean, those are the best moments. When I moved to Hawaii, I moved from New York, and I had lived on the East Coast my whole life, had never been out to the West Coast, and had certainly never been to the Pacific or to Hawaii. As a matter of fact, I had never even flown on a plane before, so my first plane flight was from Newark, New Jersey, where we shipped my truck out of, to Honolulu. So talk about baptism by fire. I mean, a 12-hour flight, and it was amazing. I mean, I love flying. I mean, don't get me wrong, turbulence and crap weather are no fun, but afternoon. When I moved to Hawaii, I had never seen the ocean before. I mean, I had seen the ocean in New York City, and that doesn't really count because it was just a harbor and it's not true ocean, but it was still the ocean. but I had never really seen the ocean before. And I mean, the Pacific is a completely different animal. It is beautiful crystal blue, just a gorgeous, gorgeous thing to see. So I mean, the first time seeing the ocean was, well, from the air on the plane. And then the first time I drove around the island, I mean, the ocean's there. It's right there no matter where you are on the island. You know, standing on a beach on the North Shore watching turtles cruise in the waves. I mean, that was a holy shit moment. That was a stand there and just wow moment. One of the other cool wow moments on Oahu was there's a road called the Poly Highway, and it cuts up from Waikiki side of the island and goes straight up through the valley, and there's a tunnel that goes through the mountains. And there's a moment, especially on a beautiful summer day, where you come out of that tunnel and you're looking out at Kailua and Kaneohe Marine Corps Base, and just stunning, beautiful cerulean waters. I mean, it's amazing. It really, really is. And it really it almost makes you go off the road because it's a sharp turn after that. But that is, without a doubt, a definite holy shit moment. You know, and you love those. I mean, that's the reason why you travel, is for those holy shit moments. You know, in a lot of places I've been, I've had those. I mentioned Sedona, and Sedona's one of those too. And for me, the first time I came up here, this was a holy shit moment. When you come around this corner, and you get to see this. And it's just gorgeous. You know, on one side of this mountain is the city of Tucson, and on the other side is this. And it's just awesome. It's just awesome to come through and have that. I mean, like I said, the first time I came through, you know, I'd never been on this road before, so I had no idea that you just came around that blind turn and it's this steep valley road like this. So that was a holy shit moment for me. So, like I said, that's why we travel, for those moments, to see the things that we've never seen before, to see the things that take our breath away. And there's a little Roadrunner. I don't know if you guys can see him. Roadrunner, Roadrunner. So like I mentioned, one of the things I really want to do is, you know, once I get done with my bachelor's, I mean, I'd like to do some traveling. I'm finishing up my associates now. Yeah, I'm a late start to the school thing, but once I finish my associates, I'd like to take some small trip. But when I get my bachelor's, I really want to take a big trip. And, you know, ever since I read Anthony Bourdain's book, I've always wanted to go to Vietnam. It's supposed to be an amazing country. And I think it would be a great country to ride through, south to north. You know, and China's another one that I'd love to visit. Everyone always says why when I say China, but I mean, it is a massive country with just ridiculous amounts of beauty. I mean, the amount of variety in that country seems like you could have a holy shit moment a couple times a day, depending on where you're going. I mean, some of their national parks are just amazing. I mean, there's one which I would slaughter the name even if I could remember it, but there's one national park where, I mean, it looks like the hovering mountain scene from Avatar. I mean, it's crazy, you know, I mean, that exists in real life, but it does. The other really cool thing is a ways ahead, but it's the Arizona-Sonora Desert Museum, which is fantastic. They call it a museum because it's not a zoo, but it's not really a museum either. I mean, I don't think either word really captures what it is. It's not a zoo, it's not a museum, but they have animals, lots and lots of live animals, and it's just fantastic. I mean, you get to see all the stuff that lives out in the desert, and they put a ton of time and effort into the enclosures for the animals and make them as close to their natural habitat as they can. And I mean, they've got mountain lions and bears and deer and hawks and owls and snakes and scorpions and roadrunners and just about everything that lives out here. And it's just a super, super cool place. It's highly recommended. You know, if you live in Tucson and you've never been to it, shame on you. If you're ever going to visit Tucson, put it on your list. You know, you can eat up probably a good portion of a day. What you want to look for on their website is they have a thing called the Raptor Free Flight, and it's where they actually have hawks and owls, and they do a little show, and they fly right around you. And I mean, they come swooping right down. Like, I got hit in the head by an owl once, which was awesome. I mean, how often does that happen? You know, it's a fantastic thing. It's really, really cool. It's just a great place, especially if you got kids. I mean, it's a fantastic place if you got kids. So, I mentioned Sedona too. Sedona is another place where you can easily have one of those holy crap moments. You know, when I first drove into Sedona, you come around, there's a section when you're getting close to Sedona where you start to see little red rocks in the distance and things like that. And then you come around the corner and there's all these huge pillars of red rock, and it's amazing because, you know, you see it in movies, you see it in cartoons, you know, that old desert. The old Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote stuff is more Monument Valley, but still, I mean, just these big red rock pillars are something else. It's something that's really cool to see. It's an absolutely gorgeous spot too. There's not a whole lot to do in Sedona. I mean, there's hiking and stuff like that, but the town closes down super, super early. But it's still a lot of fun. Definitely recommend it. It's a good place to spend a night or two. So hit me up in the comments, people. Where have you traveled? Where have you had your holy shit moments? Like, let me know. Let everyone else in the comments know. It's always nice to share those spots, especially if they're not the normal tourist spots. You know, the off the beaten path. I didn't know this existed, and by happenstance I found it. Those are the best. Those are the absolute best. But even the tourist spots, like I said before, even the tourist spots can be great. So go ahead, share it, and until next time, ride safe, guys. Have a good one.